we're going to talk about our Six Sigma project, Living Green, Reducing Carbon Footprint. Our team is integrated by Jorge Manuel Aude, Marco Antonio Flores, and myself, Sofia Gunter Serrano. Our objectives of this project is to have a full experience improving a system using the Six Sigma methodology and the tools this methodology provides us. Also, developing the different skills required, such as project management, problem solving and critical thinking, oral and written communication.
The abstract of the project mostly is the carbon footprint is a measurement of the quantity of the greenhouse effect gases that are in the atmosphere and the environmental impact that is produced by these gases. The main consequence of this is the global warming. Nowadays, individuals are living with unsustainable habits of resource consumption that contribute greatly to the generation of these gases. In the project, the team will gather a group of 6 students of Tecnológico de Monterrey. The project aims to spread awareness on each individual, carbon footprint, and their impact on the earth.
Here in the define phase, we use several tools. Here is the SciPoc that we think is one of the most important in this phase. Well, there are the suppliers that were the students, and we the team members that were us that have to implement it. The inputs that are the carbon footprint and the customer data. Well, the process we divided per week. It was take showers daily, go to work daily, go to school, eat 3 to 4 times each day, do course, school and house course, take out the trash, and move around the city. In the outputs, well, were the carbon footprints, the garbage we use, well, we and they use, the transportation, the electrical consumption, and well, the customers with the Tec de Monterrey, the students, and the world environment.
Okay, for the measure phase, one of the things that we see is that first, in the carbon footprint, there are many categories that influence the result. Two of those categories is the gas and the electrical consumption. We try to see them in a statistical way with the XR charts. What we can see is that like the gas and also the electrical consumption are inadequate and incapable of meeting the targets. As you can see, there are points above and down of the limits of each chart. One of the things that we can consider is that because the 6 students are foreigners, there are points that are not considered in a good way because of like the period of vacation. That's the reason that there are really down points of the limit. But in the higher points, those are the points that we need to attack, changing habits or looking for other ways to reduce that consumption. After the measure phase, we started with the analyze phase. First of all, we did a fishbowl diagram with the main cause of discover all the causes that affect in the high CO2 emissions. As we can see, there are many categories that we discover, like gas consumption, electrical consumption, transport, people, food, and wastes. Most of them are mainly a category inside to do the report of the carbon footprint, but the other ones, we consider them relevant, and that's the reason that we have it. As you can see, in gas consumption, we have like high uses of oven, high uses of heater. In electrical consumption, lights left on, use of incandescent light bulbs, appliances left on, no usage of renewable energies, and many others can be. Transport, all of an inefficient vehicles use, or no use of public transport. In wastes, no reusing of wastes, no recycling of wastes, and eat a lot of processed packaged foods. In food, buy in supermarkets instead of local stores, eat a lot of meat and dairy products, eat inorganic products. And in people, lack of motivation, that means that they don't want to change their lifestyle to make more green habits, and lack of knowledge, they don't know how to do these green habits and they are lazy to apply them. After the fishbone diagram, we did the Pareto chart. In the Pareto chart, we put all the categories that we mentioned before, but in this case, house is the fusion between gas consumption and electrical consumption. As you can see here in the table, what we did is we did an average in the CO2 emission of each category, and then we did the Pareto diagram to see which categories are more important to attack. As we can see, the two categories that we need to attack is wasted and food, because between those two there is the 64% of the CO2 emissions. Finally, in the analysis phase, we did a regression and correlation model. Here what we compare is if there is a dependency between the amount of packaged and processed foods volunteer rates versus the amount of waste they generate. As you can see, here is the kilogram of waste per week that the subjects has, and here is the percentage packaged food that they consume. The correlation, it was 0.88. That is really close to 1. So that means that the two variables are really having the same behavior, and that means that if we see it in a way, the category of wastes and the category of food are correlated. That means that if one increase, the other increase. So when we attack one, it's really important that the two categories are going down.
In the improve phase, we started with brainstorming. We come up with different ideas how to attack the categories, waste and food. First, we did the plan in the plan do act check. The plan is the possible solutions like buying ecological bags, buy organic food, or buy things with less plastic bags. Some of those ideas were the ones we decided to attack. Next is do. After knowing after knowing the ideas and stuff in the plan, we could implement those ideas. Here in the check, we gather again the information that we come up in the implementation of the do, like using organic food or using recycled baggage to see where improve or not improve our phase, and then we decided to give more detail to have more information about it. Here in the act step, we generate a new idea of what was wrong in the check and what was right. To give a final solution, we are going to see the reduction of the carbon footprint when we implement it.
For the control phase, what we want to do is make durable this project. We don't want to end in a short time. What we want is that all these strategies can be applied in a really long time. That's why we have two strategies. One is making an habit. All the activities that we give as a solution, we have to do it for at least 66 days consecutive. This is by the research at the University College of London. You can transform all those activities to an habit. So if you do it as an habit, you will do it automatically without doing any effort. The other strategy that we have to do is the risk assessment. Here what we are doing is that if something happens, how we are going to respond to make the project durable. The four risks that we see is that subjects are no longer willing to collaborate, and we are going to respond that with look for other subjects to participate. Other than is one, the subjects forget they are reducing carbon footprint, and we are doing is using one of the strategies of improve. We are going to remind them that they need to continue with the routine. The other risk is stop monitoring the subject's behavior. We are going using the standardized work will give an easy way to catch up the behaviors of the subjects. And the subjects want to achieve the goal of reducing 20% of their footprint at least. So we are going to, using the monitoring system, you can see how you're doing and what habits can be changed to achieve that goal. Okay, finally, to finish the project, we have the conclusion. This project helps us to find a way to reduce the carbon footprint because people are living behind this concept without knowing some consequences that could happen, like the global warming. So we give some routines, strategies to reduce this, and with this we will help the environment in many ways. Also, these new consuming habits will reduce expenses in a few of the categories, so we can expect savings of around 700 pesos per month per student. And with all of this, we think that we can achieve our goal of reduce at least like 20 to 24% of the carbon footprint.